Rainworld is a game I can't fully comprehend, at least not without having to play it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Well, you get the idea. Shit's crazy. You will literally never understand everything fully, ever. Expansive, cruel, and confusing. Rainworld is incredible. I couldn't review this in a natural way even if I wanted to. It's seriously a game that's actually too incredible for anyone outside of the specific group of Rainworld players to even want to play. The game is so cryptic and complex that you will only leave a wiki entry with more questions to ask. And, is this a good thing? Honestly, yeah. This game was in development for a while. 7-ish years if Wikipedia's right. The game is like if you mastered the ability to make a Stephen King cocaine session novel. And if you don't respect the concept of 7 years dedicated to making a game that is so fluid and making so little sense, you're insane. I don't have a rating. I can't rate it. I can't play this game like I could any other. I pick it up, and then I leave it. This isn't even my genuine full review. This is my trying to understand the game and its genius mishmash of game ideas, all put into one game to convey being in a world that you survive in, but don't understand. The basic concept is this. You are a rat in Manhattan. Separated from your family, you have to traverse the urban jungle of the subway. You understand the basics of survival, but you don't understand why there's a subway, or why it's built the way it is. You have to do some pretty crazy things to get anywhere, and sometimes who knows if you're going the right way. Up, down, nowhere at all. You are in the food chain as a conscious being. You're supposed to get your face mauled off and watch as the credits roll, but it seems you have to respawn and clamber your way back to where you were and suffer again. Groundhog's Day. It's painful, and most will give up. This was created for a reason, but you're too small and genuinely too stupid to comprehend what the reason is. A little amenity for the civilization that left it behind becomes a death trap for the dopey creatures that continue to live in it. The game has been criticized for its difficulty, but what they don't understand is that the difficulty is what makes it so good. A complex world that doesn't give you enough room to think about what it really is, why it's there. Something like the time of prehistory, before medicine, before passable knowledge, when we were nomads and our objective was only to survive another day. And that's the point of the game, to survive another day. And of course, the judgment is fair, but the game deserves praise for it, and not only that, but its beauty. My anger was rarely not ever confronted by the art behind each room. From one area to another, you saw and lived in that world that wasn't about you, but instead about the bigger picture, and the ecosystem that the story of this world left behind. The music accompanies each threat coming at you. Every big bird, or dopey monkey, or spider, or lizard. The game taunts you, mocks you. It shows you that you aren't supposed to be alive right now, that another creature is coming to get you soon. Every panel that comes with a sliver of peace just has you knowing that whether or not you're doing fine now, there's always later. That you're not here for tea time, you're here to go to the next panel, where you will surely die or go to the next panel, where you will surely die or go to the next panel, and continue the process until you survive, and then you climb up a pole, and then that pole is actually a monster, and it wants you dead. That's bleak, and it sucks, but damn, is it awesome. While seemingly random, every quiet moment feels the peaceful way it should, and every loud noise-bangy moment feels like the perfectly timed juxtaposed to it. Games will constantly grant you with comfort, with the feeling of really being like Batman. The hero, the legend. No, this game wants you dead. The premise is simple but shoved behind a world that is way more important. You miss your family, but everything is happening at once. Nature's at its most dangerous moment, and in the midst of it, you're trying to race through. Your story isn't interesting because of who you are or what you need to do. It's interesting because of what's around you. Every creature seems to be doing its own thing. There is no villain because every creature doesn't want to attack a hero. They want to attack their next meal and survive another day, same as you. You aren't really important, but you are what you are, and you have to survive, so I don't know. It's just kind of badass, honestly. The game is incredible, but there's some issues. There have been some reported physics glitches, lizards doing stanky legs and that, and the controls for keyboard are nasty. Like, change them the moment you can to standard WASD and E's and R's and Q's. As far as things go, the game is really jank. As much as I love it, it is jank. It's life jank. It's philosophical jank. Next level jank from the jankosphere. but it's intended, intricate, intelligent, artistic jank. So give it a shot. Play the jank. Love the jank. The game was made with love, care, and jank. It's the Powerpuff Girls of video games, sugar, spice, everything nice in the secret jank formula. Beating this game is probably like combining sex and ecstasy. Sextasy. And while I haven't done that yet, and while this entire critique, or whatever you want to call it, whatever pretentious thing you're going to give it, is kind of just that, some sort of pretentious talk made by someone who hasn't beat the game, I can at least say that I wasn't lazy about it. I tried to play a little more. I tried to have more fun, because it really is a beautiful experience, and I really can't praise it enough. Play it. Bye.